are far too many questions for us not to look back at the last few decades and say, did we do enough to protect kids from being sexually abused?
Only on WMTW News 8 tonight, an alleged victim of sexual assault at the hands of a former Biddeford police officer speaks about his frustration with the state's response.
And WMTW News 8's David Charn sat down with that man today. And David, what is he saying?
Well, Matt Lozon told us he's simply frustrated with this entire process. He says he's lived with this story for more than a decade, and he feels nothing is being done to get him the justice he's searching for.
I totally respect protocol, and I totally respect that people are innocent until proven guilty, and I totally respect that everybody deserves and should have a fair and objective, both, process but also investigation. I don't believe that that's happened.
30-year-old Matt Lozon brought his allegations about sexual abuse at the hands of a former Biddeford police officer to authorities last October. The alleged abuse, he says, happening when he was a teenager.
I have now spent over 6 months, a lot of time, a lot of money, using a lot of connections to get to a point where it's still not clear what is happening. And when I think about the progress that gives me the most hope, it hasn't been through the current system.
That system includes the allegations forwarded from Biddeford Police to the Attorney General. Last week, the Attorney General's office confirmed they were investigating a case of sexual abuse from the late 1990s, but would not name the officer involved or the alleged victim.
And that's real, whether there's conflict or not.
Lozon, who now lives in Boston, is frustrated. He's taken to Facebook calling for the chief and deputy chief to be put on paid leave during this investigation, saying that this would help other survivors of sexual abuse come forward.
I'll never forget the first post that went up, having a guy call me and say to me, I just read about your story. I was about to kill myself. You just saved my life.
And, Lozon says, he's concerned authorities are not doing enough for him.
There are far too many questions for us not to look back at the last few decades and say, did we do enough to protect kids from being sexually abused?
Lozon says he hopes federal authorities jump into this investigation for a complete out-of-state look at what's allegedly happened here. He also plans to speak at a Biddeford City Council meeting tomorrow, asking councilors to take action at the city level. Live in the studio tonight, I'm David Charns, WMTW News 8.